There is no one who's watching, I think.
Assalamu alaikum. We will welcome to Al-Muminat Podcast, Tafseer of the Quran. Today we have Alia Hizrallah reciting with us, and we will be picking up on ayah 31 of Al-Baqarah. Bismillah.
Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم يا قاضي الحاجات، يا مجيب الدعوات، يا مفرج الكربات، اجعل لغزة وأهلها وفلسطين ولبنان وكل المجاهدين في كل مكان من كل ضيق مخرجا ومن كل هم فرجا، وكن لهم وليا ونصيرا ووكيلا. اللهم زدنا علما وفهما يا كاشف الأسرار. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم إني أتبرأ من حولي وقوتي إلى حولك وقوتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'll read the آيات إن شاء الله in Arabic, then you can read it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين. قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم. فلما أنبأهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما مما كان فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين. صدق الله العظيم.
What did you leave off?
You can read from 31. وعلم آدم.
And where did you stop?
36.
36? Okay. Bismillah. He taught Adam the names of all things. Then he presented them to the angels and said, "Tell me the names of these, if what you say is true." They replied, "Glory be to you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. You are truly the all-knowing, all-wise." God said, "O Adam, inform them of their names." Then when Adam did, God said, "Did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth? I know what you reveal and what you conceal." And remember when we said to the angels, "Prostrate before Adam." So they all did, but not Iblis, who refused, acted arrogantly, becoming unfaithful. We cautioned, "O Adam, live with your wife in paradise and eat as freely as you please. But do not approach this tree, or else you will be wrongdoers."
صدق الله العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد. So I want to go with you over these ayat because they are all connected, inshallah. So in ayah 29, Allah said He created the earth and the heaven, And then Allah spoke about ayah 30, that Allah, in 29, He said Allah created the earth for you. And then He said about creating the human being. And He said, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. I'm going to say the story in general, inshallah, and then we will ask some questions that most people say, which is the angel also asked, like, why did God create us? I didn't have any option. Why should I pay for the sin that Adam did? And I have to come to this earth to live it? And why God, there is a lot of bad people and all this kind of, evil, like what's going on in Gaza. Why is happening to the good people and the bad people who's doing this to us? And it doesn't make sense. So inshallah, when we go to this story, inshallah, the creation of Sayyidina Adam and why he's on earth, you will be able to know all these questions, and to Allah, through these ayat, He answered all that. Why He created us? So Allah created the earth and heaven, and then He created. I want you to remember this, that the earth was created before human. And even the angels, the jinn, were created before human. So human were the last thing that God created. And the human is like Sayyidina Adam. God created him with His hand. This is an honor, because it's one of the 4 things that God created with His hand. All the other things God said, kun fayakun. So they said, how did God create the human? They said that He took from the earth, from the surface of the earth, all the sand, and على قدر الأرض, from all the sand from earth. And that's why Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this is a hadith, he said that's why there is a white, red, black people, because of different sand that we were created. And some of us hard, some of us sahel, easy, some of us the hard one, some of us the good, the bad. And God created Sayyidina Adam 70 foot tall and 7 wide. So Sayyidina Adam is huge, subhanallah, and he represents all of us. So Allah said, after He created Sayyidina Adam, He said, He told the angels that I will create Al-Khalifa, representative, in earth, and this is the human. And remember, Allah is saying that He created the earth, and He created Sayyidina Adam before the sin, before anything Adam did, that this is the goal, this is why God created us, because we will be in earth. So He said, إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. The angels asked a question. They said, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. Are you creating someone who will kill each other, blood, and do corruption? وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ. Remember, angels, they don't argue with Allah. Angels, they don't question. Angels, they don't disobey Allah's order. What they did is they are wondering. Like, the point of creation is to appraise God, is to worship God, is to see how is Allah great and all that. But these people, they're gonna kill each other. They're gonna commit a lot of crimes. And how are they gonna do that? Although, like, why is that? Because they have the choice. Because they have the choice. God gave them the choice to worship or disobey Allah, or worship Him. They have the option to do anything in this life. So the angel said, وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ, like we're now asking, like why this is happening to the people in Gaza. They are happy, like a lot of bad things happen to the good people. And the bad people is getting more and more aggressive. وَنَحْنُ نُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قَالَ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah said, I know what you don't know. There is a wisdom, and we will go after, inshallah, and we will be able to answer all these questions, because God is leading us to something. وَعَلَّمَ, after Allah said that to the angels, that I know more than you do. I create these people and they have the choice, but I know that at the end, that they will be guided. It will lead to know me, to know God. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. After God created Sayyidina Adam, He taught him all the names. They said, what are the names? Like, what's the names of that God taught him? They said, everything in this earth. Everything. Table, chair, whatever. Education, it's all by itself. Like, God taught him about psychology. The name and everything related to this knowledge. He taught him about math. The name and everything in math. And that's why everything the human being discovered now, it's already was existed in our memory. That there is nothing in you. It's God create the human with all this kind of knowledge. And subhanallah, it's when someone discovers something, he didn't discover something from nothing, it's already existed. It just been revealed at this moment. So everything was revealed. Also they said, what's the names that God taught Sayyidina Adam? They said the name of all human beings. Like God looked at us, Sayyidina Adam, there is another hadith that Sayyidina Adam looked at all of us. God touched his back, and all the human, from the beginning, from the time of Sayyidina Adam until the end of this earth, God looked at us, all of us, and He know all of us by name. He even looked at one of the Prophet Sayyidina Dawood, and he liked, like each one of us will have a light between your on your forehead. So subhanallah, Sayyidina Dawood, he liked it. He liked the light that's coming from him, and he asked how many years he will live. They said it's he's gonna live like 60. He said, I want to give him 40 extra. I want him to live more. So Sayyidina Adam, he knew about us, all of us, by name, what we're gonna do, everything. So this is how Allah taught him. And then when Sayyidina علم أسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة. When God revealed these things to the angels, they couldn't answer the question. They didn't have any knowledge. So
Alia,
yeah.
So Alia, the angels, so Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, so Allah showed them all of us in Jannah.
All of us.
Oh, and He showed us all our names.
Actually, what they said is, who is Adam? Adam is all of us. Adam is not like something separate than us. Adam is us, all humanity, all of us is Sayyidina Adam. And then subhanallah, it's like each person will come from Sayyidina Adam. So all of us, Adam. So that's why we can't say, like, I didn't do the sin. Why should I be punished and go? We will go over that because it's not a sin actually. We'll go over all that. But it's Sayyidina Adam, so all of us. And if you go by, it's good that you mentioned that in Surat Al-Ahzab, because I did Surat Al-Ahzab. And a lot of people just go through this ayah and they don't understand the meaning of it. They think that God offers this life for everyone and everyone refuse it. And only the human accept it. This is misunderstanding of the ayat. In Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah, when He offered these, when He said that I will offer this life, it's not that they refuse it because they can't handle it. But a human, subhanallah, Allah honor him to be in this earth and to come and serve is as an honor. So all of us, like when you make agreement, what do? You say the offer, you say, okay, you're gonna come to this life, you're gonna do this, and what's in the other hand, what you have to do? You accept it or you refuse it, right? Yeah. A human, they accept it. So when you hear someone said, no, I didn't choose this life. Yes, you did. You made a contract between you and Allah. And Allah said, this is how it's going to be. And we accept it. And we said, yes, I'm going to do that. And that's why Allah said, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. You will not be able to do anything in this life, or you can't say, I can't do that. No, that means I don't want to do that. Because God will provide you, will make you capable of doing anything you want. Since this is your duty in life. Allah will give you everything you need. Like we were looking at the people in Gaza and we say, like, how could they stand that? I will never be able to handle it. But they can. Because God prepared them for this duty, for this message. And if you hear, I heard a lot of stories from them actually, and they said, we're fine. We're really fine. We know that this is a test from Allah. We accept it. And it's gonna be fine. And it's the reward, we're gonna get it. Everything is happening under Allah's control. Nothing happened under His table. He knows exactly what's going on. So we already accept this honor, and also in the ayat of Surah Al-Ahzab, it says وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ ظَلُومًا, because he's not fair to himself. وَعَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. He's unfair to himself because of everything that God give you, and you still deny. This is the meaning of the ayat. It doesn't mean that, we're greedy and we want this life. No, it's been offered to you, and God told you this is what you're going to do in this life. Will you accept it? We said yes. It was an agreement. And this is when Sayyidina Adam looked at all of us, and he saw all of us, what we're going to do. And that time we accepted the duty and we said, yes, we will do it. So when you see the people who suffer and they say, no, this is not what I want, why it's happening to me, you're refusing. You're refusing the job that you already agreed on. And some people will say, well, I don't remember it. You don't remember it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I forgot what I ate yesterday, but that doesn't mean that I didn't eat. I ate. But it's that agreement was happened, and that's why you're on earth, to do the job that God make you. This is your mission. This is what you have. What should I do? I should accept. I should accept and not reject. طيب وإذا قال ربك للملائكة إن جاعل في الأرض خليفة قالوا تجعل فيها من يسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس. The angel said, the point of creation is to worship God. These people are not going to do that. Why? Because they have the option. So God said, أني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. I know more than you do. So what's the point of that? That means, like when we said about the other ayat, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا, and we explain what's you will know God through knowledge. It's the first word that God sent, he said, اقرأ باسم ربك, knowledge. You will learn about God through, when you learn more. You're not going to understand God by just feeling. You will understand God by knowledge, by knowing more, by educate yourself. And the point of knowledge should be what? Like Abu Ata al-Iskandarani, he said, if you looked at the sky and you saw a beautiful sky, it didn't lead you to God. But if you looked at the sky and you saw the creator of the sky and the creative, the amazing person who, astaghfirullah, is not a person, but is the creator that create all that, this is where you saw God. This is where this led you to God. So any kind of knowledge, if it's not going to lead you to God, this is a waste of your time. Didn't lead you to God. Anything, even math, even psychology, even anything, it should get you closer to God. It should make you understand God, the beauty, the creator, the wisdom, everything through, and this is why we learn the names of Allah. Because when we learn the name of Allah, we can see it through life. We can see it like things happening. And then قال آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم فلما أنبأهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما تكتمون. Now Allah is saying, now I know what you reveal and what do you hide. This is not for the angels, because among the angels there was Iblis. Iblis, by the way, his name, he's a jinn, and he used to worship Allah, and he used to pretend that he's really a good one, and he actually was in the highest rank, like he's a really worshiper. And Iblis, they called him Iblis before he do the sin. After he did the sin, they called him Shaitan. What Shaitan mean? Shaitan from the word Arabic language, shatta, like shatt al-bahr, the beach. When you go away from the truth, when you stay away from the truth. So that's why his name after became Shaitan. At that time, Allah said Iblis. His name is Iblis. Iblis, when he saw Sayyidina Adam, he felt jealousy. Like, how could God honor this human? And I'm worshiping God, and I'm like, I have a choice, because the jinn and the human, they are only the one who can choose. Angels, they just worship Allah. They don't have any option. But the jinn and the human, they are the only creation that God created, which they can choose to worship or not to worship. So, like Iblis is saying, hey, I'm better than him. I worship you, our choice. I'm not forced. And you create me better than him. We will go through that after ayat. But I want to mention why it says وَكُنْتُمْ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ, because Iblis at that time, he was hiding his hate and anger toward Sayyidina Adam. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ, they said, the angels at that time, Allah said to them, after he showed them the duty of Sayyidina Adam and what he is capable of and what's the message that he will do, he told the angels, like, do sujood to Adam. They said it's not like a sujood. You know, when you say hi, when you welcome someone, this is the way that you do sujood to Adam. Illa Iblis. Iblis, he refused. And أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. Now, the question that people will say, okay, is Iblis kafir? And what kafir mean? Or Iblis is a mu'min? Obviously, Shaitan he is in Jannah. He saw Allah. He used to worship him. So Shaitan is a believer. But at the same time, he's a kafir. So how can we explain that? What does the kafir mean? Kafir mean is when you hide, when you deny the truth. Kafir doesn't mean I don't believe in God. That means you saw the truth. God sent you messages to see that this is God. God existed. But you still insist one time, twice, three, whatever. At the end, you hide the truth. So Shaitan was a believer. Obviously he's talking to God.
So in other words, he saw the signs.
He
saw
didn't saw the signs.
No, I mean like the believers. I mean the kafir here. Like they see the signs of Allah. Like you said, you ponder on the sky, you ponder on the sun, the moon, everything that Allah created.
Yeah.
If you don't ponder on that, doesn't bring you close to Allah. But you've seen the signs, but you deny it.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying. Kafir is more like you deny.
You deny. And I hate when someone said, well, there is a lot of good people, but they died. Subhanallah, they did amazing things, but they died and they are not mu'mineen. How is God going to judge them? Please don't say that. God will send his message to every person through a lot of messages. And when you say, oh, he's a good, what? He did something really good. Did you live with him day by day? Did you see how God tried to lead him to him? So don't judge and don't say that. God is merciful. God wants everyone to enter Jannah. And this is also a question for some people who say, okay, then since it's a plan and everything God did, that means God knows that I'm going to go to Nar. So let me do whatever. Because it's already written for me. No. See, in our belief, God, see how much that it is not true at all. God, when he create each one of us, he create a spot for you in Jannah and a spot for you in Nar. And if you imagine, inshallah, Rabbi, we all get to Jannah. So our spot in Nar, someone will inherit it. That's why Allah said, "Urithtum al-Jannah." They said, inherited the Jannah. That means this spot that the people who enter in Nar left it empty. So depend on, maybe they hurt you, so you're going to inherit it. You're going to inherit that spot from these people. So you have a spot in Jannah and in Nar. And it's your choice to choose to worship God and enter Jannah, or to do like a shaitan. And this is why, subhanallah, if you notice that Sayyidina Adam, now we will go to how did Sayyidina Adam disobey Allah and how is Shaitan. We will go through that and we'll explain it to you even more. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. He denied the truth. He refused. He didn't refuse to, like a lot of people will say, oh, but it's it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Why? It's not because the sin that he commit. It's because the sin he disobeyed God. He disobeyed God. It's not about something simple. Well, it's not a symbol, and that's why I tell everyone, like, be careful of everything you do, and don't make it. It's nothing. It's not like nothing. You're disobeying God. You're disobeying the rule of God. It's not about the sin that you did. So, and then say, وَقُلْنَا يَا آدَمْ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةِ. Allah said, live for Sayyidina Adam to live in Jannah. Now, in Jannah that they explained here, like I have a lot of books, they said it's not heaven. It's not like the heaven that we live forever. Because when you enter heaven, you can't leave it. When you enter Jannah, you will live forever. You can't leave it. But this Jannah is actually something else. It's like a a high place, or like in Arabic language, we call it Jannah a lot. Like for example, I'll tell you, it was mentioned in the Quran a lot about the Jannah. اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وإذ قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة. I'm just trying to find the ayat about الجنة. Like it's a garden. Any garden could be like إن بلونا أصحاب الجنة إذ أقسموا ليصرمونها مصبحين. This is Allah is talking about the brothers in Jannah. They used to have a Jannah, and Jannah is garden. And then they disobey God. When their fathers died, they decided not to donate from this Jannah. So God destroyed this Jannah for them. So Jannah means a place where, a garden where you can live and you can do. Another ayah in Surat Al-Kahf, وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا رَجُلَيْنِ جَعَلْنَا لِأَحَدِهِمَا جَنَّتَيْنِ مِنْ أَعْنَابٍ وَخَفَّفْنَاهُمَا بِنَخْلٍ وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمَا زَرْعًا. And also in Surat Al-Kahf, that God gave that person a Jannah, and he disobeyed Allah because of this gift. So Jannah doesn't mean in heaven. And this is a different story, by the way, from what's the Bible. What the Bible said is that a human used to live in heaven, Sayyidina Adam, and then Eve, his wife, she is the one who kept telling him, go eat from the tree, go from the apple. In the Quran, there is nothing. It's a shajara, it's a tree. There is no description, there is no specific kind of fruit. It was not mentioned because this is not the goal. This is not the goal. The goal is disobeying God by doing something that he forbid. So, but in the Bible, no, they said that it's because of Eve, and she's the one who kept telling Sayyidina Adam, that's why God kicked them out of the heaven. And that's why women, by the way, in Christianity, she suffers. She have like a pain when she got her period or when she delivered, as a punishment for what she did. So in Christianity, they blame the woman. In Islam, nothing was mentioned like that. It's the sin both of them commit. And actually, God blamed Adam for that. It's not direct force for Eve, because both of them they did that. وَكُلَا مِنْهَا رَغْدًا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Now the point of this story is God is telling that He provide for you everything. It's heaven. You can live in it. You can eat anything you want, except this tree. Example for us in life, like Allah allow everything for us, and He said, you're allowed to drink milk, water, juice, all kinds. Don't come near alcohol. He made everything halal for us except pork. So Allah give us a lot of options. Only these options, don't come near them. Shaitan, he found his way. Since it is forbidden, he said, okay, أَزَلَّهُمَ الشَّيْطَانِ. He slipped them. By what? He told them, if you eat from this tree, you will live forever. So that's why God don't want you. And from here we learn that when the shaitan comes to you, he's not going to scare you. He's not going to be, he actually will come to you as an advisor. He will come to comfort you. Oh, you're poor. They treat you bad, so you better give them a lesson. Oh, these people, they want this. Oh, you should steal. You should kill. Because like Shaitan always will come to you as an advisor, as someone who comforts you, who's in your side, and he wants the best for you. When you hear these voices النجوى, in talks, الوسوسة, you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And this is where you understand when it's shaitan and where is yourself. If you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, he will run, he will go away. But if you keep saying that to yourself, that means it's yourself. It's yourself is greedy and want that thing. فأزلهم الشيطان فأخرجهما مما كان فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع على حين. Now, when you see, even when Allah said you will go down, so the whole story about Sayyidina Adam was already planned. Like God, this situation and when the shaitan came, it's actually a practical example. It's God want to show us how is when a shaitan try to play in your head, and take that story as example in your life and act according to that. Like, don't listen to the shaitan. And also, like what God says is that, like, okay, we both commit sins. We all of us commit sins. It's okay if you go back to God. God didn't say no. You commit a sin and it's over for you. And both of them, if you notice, Adam, he commit a sin, and Iblis also. But why God forgive Sayyidina Adam and didn't forgive Iblis? Because of the way they react. Sayyidina Adam, he repent and ask God for forgiveness. And he understand that's his mistake. And that made him more knowledgeable and more understand that this is the trick and this is how it's gonna make me fall into any sin. Shaitan, in the other hand, he insists. Subhanallah, wallahi, I will say, if a shaitan said, oh God, forgive me, God will forgive him. But the only problem he did, it's not that committing a sin, but because he insists and he didn't repent and he didn't ask God for forgiveness. And that's why he's in Jannah. So remember, we're all gonna commit sins. It's a human, it's a nature. This is what the angel said.
You mean he's in Jahannam?
All of us, eh?
No, you said he's in Jannah, who the shaitan.
Oh, this is why he's in Jahannam. Yeah, Jahannam. Yeah. No, he's in Jahannam. Why is that? Because he insists on that sin, and he didn't ask Allah to forgive him for what he did, and that's why we learn from this lesson that things happened in life. Evil is there, and evil is not gonna stop. And if you think that these people in the Zionists is gonna, if we get rid of them, life will be great after that. Someone else will come just like them. It's evil will always be there, and goodness always gonna be there. But subhanallah, maybe we think it's because of what they are doing. Everything is bad. No, absolutely not true. There is a lot of good people, as long as there is a bad people. But subhanallah, this is why it is balance in this life. How am I gonna know goodness if I don't see evil? Don't you think that situation in Gaza opened a lot of people's eyes and made them see the truth? Subhanallah, there is a wisdom behind everything happened. And why these people in Gaza, they accept it, and a lot of people reject. Yani, some people, subhanallah, they complain about simple stuff. Why it's happening to me, and why rejecting everything. And these people, although they are going through a very difficult time, they accept it. Because
you surrender to Allah.
Surrender, and you accept it, make it easy, and subhanallah, wallahi, I heard it from them. A lot of them said, it's weird, but we feel the presence of God. We feel that Allah said in the Quran, إِنَّكَ لَا تَحْزَنْ إِنَّكَ فِي أَعْيُنِنَا. Yani, we're watching you. You're between our hands, yani, eyes. Yani, we're there for you. Subhanallah, these people, yani, inshallah it will be easy and situation will be, but you have to know that evil is there and good is there. It's gonna be for the end of this earth. This is the purpose of life, that you choose through knowledge to choose Allah and to go in His path. And if you hear anyone saying that, oh, they are good people, but they died non-Muslimin, trust me, God guide them, God direct them to Him. They saw a lot of signs of Allah, but they still deny it. So it's not the fault of the message or the people who try to deliver the message. It's their fault because they deny the truth. So these are some of the questions. Subhanallah, there is a balance for everything in this life. Sometimes you go through a really difficult time because this is a learning. Like a test. It's a test, and it will prepare you for something bigger. Yeah, subhanallah, when I studied counseling, a lot of people who they suffer in their life said, maybe I'm not going to do as good as them because they suffer. One of them, she started to cry of what's happened in her life. Subhanallah, this suffering became her strength. It's because she learned from this message, from all of this suffering, that she can help other people and she can understand them better. So nothing happened to you like by coincidence or why it's happening for me. It's happened for you for a message. It's only you have to open your eyes and you have to know why it's happening to me. What the message that God wanna deliver to me? How am I gonna know? Subhanallah. See, some people, Ibn Ata al-Iskandarani, he said, a sin can make you closer to Allah. And sometimes a good deed can make you disbeliever. How? If a sin happened, like Sayyidina Adam repent and said, Ya Allah, forgive me for what I did, he became closer to God. He knows something about God more. But if you do a good deed and you think, oh, mashallah, I'm wearing a scarf and look at that girl, she's not, I'm better than her. That became a sin. If you look at someone and said, wallah, mashallah, I pray all the salawat, mashallah, and that person is not praying very well. This is a sin. And that make you just like a shaitan. When you feel yourself better than anyone, whether it is money, looks, power, position, how much people you know, or whatever, you compare yourself to shaitan. Because the shaitan, what did he said? He said, you made me from fire and you made him from mud. That means I'm better than him. So we have to know that this is our mission in this life. And we have a really, like Allah chose us and made us in this life to do the message that each one of us, they have a different message. Allah subhanallah provide you with everything you need to do this message. So you can't say, I can't do it. You just can't say, I don't want to do it. Because there is nothing I can't. Allah will make you capable and He will provide you. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, I don't think we have any questions.
Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat. All right, that wraps up today's episode. We hope you found it beneficial and enjoyed tuning in. Your feedback is always welcome, whether you have questions, comments, or suggestions. Feel free to share live or email us anytime at Al-Muminat Podcast at gmail.com. And don't forget to continue sharing our podcast with others. Our aim is to guide and enlighten our ummah. A special thanks to Sister Alia for hosting today. May Allah reward you. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to having you with us in our next episode. Until then, take care and stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum.